Hello everyone, welcome to Section 8 is Great. This is John coming through you with another Section 8 landlord tip. Today I'm going to have a deep conversation with you guys first, but before we go, I'm going to give y'all some in-deep conversation like I never gave before. I'm going to give you my perspective of what's really going on with this world, how it's designed, and how to make sure that we fit in to get what we need. But before I get started, I want you to do something different. Below right here, you're going to find a link. It's for my PayPal. I know you guys bought my books and did everything else, but if you want to donate or contribute to anything and think I helped you anyway, I would appreciate you hitting the first link underneath here. It goes directly to PayPal. Just show me so I can keep this going, try to educate the people, especially if you like this conversation. But today I'm going to be talking to you something about how this really works and how we're going to have to try to find a way to maneuver in this world, and it's a tricky world. I know that you all understand that or been in places before where the ones you guys that listen to this show, you're kind of fortunate, because what I'm going to tell you is how I see the world is a little different than everybody else's. Let's start out with housing market and how Section 8 really works. Have you ever noticed that the Section 8 community is always in a bad neighborhood or some less desirable neighborhood where people don't really want to live or anything else like that, and they just write off these people? But guess who, but the Section 8 thing was designed to build wealth, just like this whole country is designed to build wealth. It's designed to keep people in place, but it's also designed to create wealth. And for us who are just lucky enough to see that, then we can see that it's designed for us to, for people like us that's interested in making some money with a little bit, well, not using that much money to make a little bit more money. Now, the game of wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So I know a lot of you guys want to get rich quick, but I've never seen most of my Section 8 properties, the people I do business with, or the hundreds of people call to talk to me on the phone, have all been surprised at the percentage of wealth they've been getting on the return of their money. Now, why do I say that it's designed? It's like this whole country is designed. If you don't know how to get in, then you're not going to be able to get in and win it if you don't see the big picture. Now, just imagine if they took Section 8 properties away from people, or people move out of Section 8. And what would happen to this country? How much chaos would be in this country if they dissolved it? And all the things I ever heard people say to take away food stamps or take away government benefits or whatever, I've never heard them say they're going to take away housing, because they know that's a product. And I'm going to tell you that not only is it a disaster, but it hurts the people that this country is designed to help. Now, the country really wasn't designed to help a person like me or looking like me. I'm going to be honest with you. But since I've been able to figure out how this country works, I've been able to go ahead and maneuver in this country. It wasn't designed to help someone like me. It was designed to help someone that didn't look like me. It wasn't designed, that most people like me don't own any properties. Most people like me don't have any wealth. Most people don't know how to finagle their way through this system. So most people who get money from Section 8 properties don't look like me or act like me. But I just went on and figured out the game, and I'm just trying to teach you about it. This game about Section 8 is bigger than all of us. It's like that the government is taking money or paying us money, or people like me and you who invest in Section 8 to house people. But who's getting the wealth? It's not the people that live in those houses, it's us. And it wasn't designed to give it to people like me. It wasn't designed to give it to people like me. It was designed for me to be a person who lives in a Section 8 home. And you got to understand that. So there are avenues for us to make wealth. We just have to understand it. Now, I told you guys I own a tax business. I'm about to start up in a couple of days, and Happy New Year's to everyone. That whole system is designed to tell people, hey, that we're giving you some extra big, large tax refund checks. And you guys will go ahead and spend it crazy, or spending all kind of crazy things. But guess what they go spend that money on? They put it back in the community for people who own those businesses and things like that, who really don't look like us. So the government is designed to trick us, to make it seem like that they're helping us, but they're really not helping. I mean, they're helping me, but helping the people of the community, but they're really helping the owners, the people who pay the taxes. or the people who own businesses and everything else. That's what is really helping. Guess how many businesses are going to do well between January and April? Name a business not. Every food person, every food company is going to do well. Every furniture store, all the rents are going to be paid up. Every clothing store, every Olive Garden, every Red Lobster, everything is going to be full, and all of us are waiting for those government monies to come out, which will come out around February 15th. If you live in a Section 8 community or you live in a poor neighborhood community, you can see all kind of active. You can tell when the money hits the streets, it becomes active. But they're designed to make it look like that we, or when I say we, because I kind of feel like I'm in both places. I am an owner of Section 8 properties, but I've learned how to manage the system. I learned how to make the system work for me. And I want to make sure that you understand how the system works for you. If you don't really start getting into this Section 8 properties, and you think that it's a cheap house and it's not worth, you listen to everyone else, or you listen to everybody else telling you that you need to own fourplexes or anything like that. If you don't have any wealth, start with one Section 8 property. Make that your goal this year. It's a new year coming. Let's make it happen. Now, what I want everyone to do is that I've already got mine, and I'm still going to keep on building things, and I'm starting new ventures. And I really explained a lot about Section 8. But what I want to do is kind of gear my channel into making sure that we understand what's going on in this world. And I can tell you through what I'm going through and how to manipulate through this world to make sure that we all have wealth. Because without wealth, what do we have? You know, we don't have anything. We're dependent on the country to tell us what we're going to do. We're over here waiting for the president to tell us he's going to give us jobs. I know most of you listening to this channel do not want that to happen to you. You don't want the president to give you a job. You don't want, to be dependent. You don't want your family to be dependent on anyone else. And if you're like me, if you feel it like me, you understand it's bigger than people like us are out there trying to find a way to get some wealth to take control of our lives. And I found a way to do this. And based on this, I'm using other things. I want you to take that ride with me. Now, Section 8 is very important, gaining wealth. Because you know what? They're going to make it seem like I'm in the Chicago area. I'm going to tell you a story. This is one of the most segregated cities I've ever been into. Because they have different sides. They have the north side of Chicago. And they have the south side of Chicago. If you drive on the north side of Chicago, the houses and the streets look the same. As a matter of fact, they're named the same thing. It may be Wentworth North and then Wentworth South. The streets run all the way across. The houses are the same. The fourplexes are the same. But one community, they're going to call it a bad community, which is an all brick house, and one community with an all brick house in the north community, they're going to say it's worth a lot more. They're telling us what these properties are looking at and what they're worth just because of different people moving in there. It's not the structure that gives it wealth. So you have to understand how this country is working. When they start gentrifying these communities because they're not building anymore, where are you going to be left at if you don't own anything in these communities? The reason why people who, my subscribers who look like me or talk like me or have to act like me, the reason why we're winning in this is because we can go in these communities. How many of you guys are actually starting to go in this community to take advantage of your own or buying the block like other people say? That's what we need to do. Once we start getting ahead of our own communities in these different cities, then we can start helping other people. But I encourage you to help yourself first and help, because charity does begin at home. That's my philosophy. Let's start getting it while we can. Because they're not going to, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like asking anybody. I don't like nobody controlling me. I don't want anybody telling me that I can't feed my family. Now, it's all good. Yeah, I went to college and my kids are going to go to college and all the other stuff. But am I going to ask my kids to go to college to get a job and work for somebody? Do the rich people do that? No. We're going to have assets that produce income for the rest of our lives. If they're going to try to make us feel bad because we own Section 8 properties, so be it. My Section 8 property gets a higher percentage than all their properties. If I bought my house for $5,000, $10,000, and I make all my money and I'm getting $1,300 a month for rent right now, and I'm getting all my money paid back in 1 year, who got the biggest thing? Who got the biggest profit? Who has to get the biggest percentage of wealth? Don't let it get it confused. Section 8 properties are giving you the largest percentage of your wealth coming back on a small investment. So how would you like to have put $15,000 into a property and you paid off in a year and a half or a year, and then all of a sudden it's printing money for the rest of your life? Tell me where you can do that. They're lying to you and trying to make it feel like that you had to buy a house in a great community to make wealth. We're only here for passive income. I want to passively have this income coming in my pocket. Now, there may be some challenges with dealing with Section 8, and there may be some obstacles, but that's with every dollar. This is a longer video than I ever taught because I just want to make sure that you understand what's going on. I need all of you guys to donate, or right underneath here, go ahead and hit that first link, my PayPal link, and show me that you appreciate this. I need all of you guys to like the video. I need all of you guys to, if you haven't got my book, to make sure you get the book from my website so I can give it to you. The game is changing. We don't have that much time left. It's 2000. It's about to be, you know what year. I don't want to date the video, but it's a new year coming. It's time for us to get it. It's time for us to understand that this world is much more conniving than we ever could have thought it was. And it's designed for the rich people or the people who own assets to make money, and everyone else. You might be one of the lucky ones in this life that have a responsibility, or you can see the light. But with all that responsibility, that means we have to help others. Like I help others. I help my other family members, or I try to put people in a better light. I don't really make any money from all this other stuff. It's just a hobby. I just found out something. I want to share it because that's what type of person I am. But believe me, there's a wealth shift coming. And I want you to understand, wealth never disappears. It just goes from one person to another. That means that house that you're buying for cheap, it never disappeared. It just went from one person's house to one person's hands to another. I want it to go in your hand. I want you to go ahead and tap into this Section 8. I want you to give me a call and talk to John. Hit that link also to talk to John, because I can tell you other things that I'm going and getting into this year. I'm a real live investor. So I don't have a whole bunch of high quality videos. I'm shooting this and just trying to give you the best quality that I can and trying to tell you the truth. But I need your help. So if you already helped me out before and already bought the book, go ahead and hit something below. Go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to 30 Minutes to Talk to Me. I like to hear how you feel. Go ahead and talk to me for an hour. The links are below. But I want to let you know that Section 8 is just a starting stone. You and I are Section 8 investors, so just a starting stone for us to go ahead and start creating wealth. Based on Section 8, I've been able to build a tax business. I've been able to build insurance business. I've been able to have a car lot. I've been able to invest in all kinds of precious metals. I've been able to take my family on vacations all over the country and all over the world. Our passports have been stamped. My family has not grown up like me. The kids that I have and my wife, they haven't grown up like me. But it takes strong people like us. And remember, this is a gift for people who look like me and look like you to take advantage of this. I'm trying to give you the knowledge. It's a gift. It's a gift, but you have to invest in yourself. You are the people. Most of these communities that we're invested in, most people don't want to go into. But our skin gives us a little camouflage for us to go into these communities. And make sure that we go ahead and if we're going to have wealth coming out of our neighborhoods, that we're a part of it. So I wanted you to understand that we're trying to take the wealth and take our own communities back. If you're fortunate enough to go into these communities and go ahead and make it, then you got a blessing right then and there to make sure that your family is wealthy. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of this Section 8 community. Take advantage of it while you can. Don't miss out on this big wealth transfer that's going to happen. And you better be on the cusp of it when it starts. I love you guys. And this is just something heartfelt that I'm just trying to tell you guys about what's going on with me. Section 8, I want you to be a part of my journey. I want to be a part of your journey. I want to know what you're doing. You can give me ideas. So many of you guys that talk to me and gave me all kind of ideas that I've capitalized on. I want to give you other ideas. We need our own community of trying to make sure that we can come on and get this wealth together. I love you guys. I'm going to sign out. Talk to you later. Let's start it off right. Bye-bye.